Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the world of Sickle Cell Super Saiyan. Sickle Cell Super Saiyan. My name is Mario. It's been a while. I ain't made one of these videos in what, like a year now, man? Shoot. Yeah, it's been about a year. But I just wanted to do this one, man. I wanted to just kind of give everybody an update. Kind of what's been going on in my life the last, past year or two. Kind of how I've been dealing with how sickle cell life been treating me, man. It's been kind of a hectic past year, really. It's been kind of rough. I've been in and out of the hospital quite a bit, a lot more than I'd like to. It's gotten to the point where I had to walk away from my full-time job just due to just not being able to be on my feet as long. But I'll get into that in a minute. I kind of want to just start off and kind of just explain, kind of for people that don't know what hold on, watch this. I like that. But I just want to just kind of explain, just kind of give a basic knowledge of what sickle cell disease is. It's an inherited disease you get from both parents. Either your mom and dad, they both have to be a carrier of sickle cell disease. And it's where your red blood cells, they're more of a C or sickle shaped. That's why it's called sickle cell. And with the instead of normally your cells are like a round shape, and when I'm being that sickle shape, it's kind of harder for them to flow through the blood vessels. They'll kind of just be real sticky and get clumped up together, and it can cause lots and lots of pain and cause damage to different organs in the body. Then these red blood cells, when they're kind of sickling, they don't carry the right oxygen needed to get to like your organs and different joints. And that's why if you do get sickle cell disease, you kind of want to just kind of hydrate a lot, kind of just to keep that some cells kind of loose as possible. But I mean, that's not really going to prevent anything. It's just kind of just like maintenance of a vehicle. But yeah, it can lead to different things. Like with myself, I've had AVN in both hips, where I had to get both of my hips replaced just due to the cells not carrying the right oxygen needed. And it pretty much, AVN is where the joint pretty much just deteriorates, and they had to, they cut off the top of the top of the femur. They cut off, and I don't know if y'all know what a replacement looks like, but it's kind of intense surgery, but recovery from it's kind of easy, really. I've had both of them done. I did the left one back in 2014, and then recently I did left and right and left. I did the right one back in 2016, last year. It's where, and there's two. Actually, I did them both done different type of ways because I got two different surgeons doing it. The one I've had done, that was posterior approach. Is where it's kind of, they cut from the back side of your hip, kind of on the side of your ass, kind of, and it's like a longer opening where they got to cut through the muscle as well to get to the hip. Then they do the repair there, and on the right, repair, because I'm a mechanic, man, kind of. And then on the right one they did is from the front, and it's like a smaller incision, and they don't have to cut through any muscle or anything. That one's the interior approach, I believe, and recovery is a lot easier. I also had my gallbladder removed. That was back in 2014, I believe. No, 15. I'm not sure. But that's been done too. But yeah, as I was saying, due to sickle cell, I had to walk away from my full-time career. Just due to, I couldn't, it got to the point where I couldn't be on my feet as long as I used to be able to. Just having lots of pain. It got to the point where I was having to take my breakthrough pain medicine while at work, which isn't, being a mechanic, I wouldn't think it was the safest environment, especially working on people's cars. You don't want to be taking narcotics. And yeah, I've actually been having issues with my back as well. So just with everything involved, with just everything kind of just got to the point where it was just too much, and I couldn't physically I could do it if I pushed myself, but it got to the point where it was kind of too risky, I guess, is what I'm saying. Especially now I got issues with my back as well. I got I believe it's like bulging disc or whatever. And I kind of just wanted to update, kind of give some about my treatment as well. I've been doing the past year or so. I started doing blood exchange transfusions, which is where I'll go in, they'll put a line in. Normally, they can put them in like the groin area. I never had that done before because I ain't fucking with it. Yeah, fuck that. Not actually your groin like your actual penis, but your actual dick. It's like just in that area, and I don't want nobody cutting nothing near down there. So they usually, I got like, I don't know if you can see the scar, but they kind of just go in the same area every time. They'll come in, put a line in, and it's kind of, I don't know if you know, like everybody knows what like a transmission flush is, where you kind of suck out the old stuff while putting good stuff in. And I'll do that like every 6 to 8 weeks, just to kind of keep fresh blood in, keep healthy cells in my body, versus these bad sickle cells, because you can get into a crisis fairly easy. Just me in general, like being in weather changes can do it for me. I can get into a crisis, like if it's real, like not too, like what's that, a week or so ago, I was out riding my motorcycle, and it was hot, sunny out, and I was out on my bike having fun. And then later in that evening while I'm out, it started to rain, and I got caught in the rain. I was like miles away from my house, so I had to ride all the way from there, all the way back home, and going from just that hot environment to getting covered in water and that speed and that wind, it kind of just got real cold. It got to the point where I'm shaking, getting home on my motorcycle. By the time I got home, legs was swollen, back was in a lot of pain. It was crazy, but I was able to just take my meds, drink a lot of water, and I was able to get that under control over the next couple days, which was good. I didn't have to go in for that. What else? I'm actually got my port finally. I don't know if anybody knows what a port is, but it's like a little device. It's under the skin, and it's where versus getting, look, when you go into the hospital, if you got sickle cell, immediately they'll go to put a IV in your arm, so you can get liquid pain meds, medicine for like nausea. If you need like a unit of blood or something, you can get blood administered. They get you fluids. And what happens in sickle cell disease, after getting all these different pain meds and different meds, all these chemicals going through your veins, it kind of just ruins them pretty much. And it got to the point where I became a hard stick, where I was having to, it probably took maybe like 8 to 10 tries before they can get an IV in. So I got to the point where I ended up getting a port. And it's just a little device. They had to cut through my tattoo, where it's right under the skin. And all right, I don't know where I left off, but I think the camera, my phone stopped. I think I got like a message or something. I don't know, man. But where I was at, I was talking about the port. Yeah, it's a little device. It's under the skin, and it makes life a whole lot easier. It's just one stick. It's actually probably about a little bit bigger than a quarter. It's one stick, a needle into that. It goes right into this device through the skin, and then they can administer whatever you need from there. Just pain meds, fluids. Even if with the power port that I got, if you got to get like get contrast or whatever, that can be put through it. I haven't had blood or anything through it or nothing. I'm not 100% sure on that, if you can get blood through them or not. Being a power port, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but I had to look into that. Normally when I get blood, though, it's through transfusion or whatever. They'll put a line in my neck and do it that way. But where was I at? That fucked me up, man. The video stopped like that. I don't like that shit. But yeah, I got my port, and I think I love it. I've had it for probably about a year now. I think it's awesome. It saves a lot of pain from being stuck needles, which, I mean, it got to the point where I was used to it, but makes life a whole lot easier, especially going to like an emergency room or anything, versus different nurses having to come in trying to find a vein. It's just immediate access. They get the needle in there, flush it, get you on your pain meds. Right now I got like a contract with my doctor where I can go into the infusion clinic and just get meds administered that way. Also, I got a little few notes here. Like I was saying, my exchanges, I do those every 6 to 8 weeks. I also been doing, I'm on a new med, which is methadone. I'm not sure if anybody's like ever, but me personally, like when I get out of the hospital sometime, I'll get like, from getting out of pain medicine, you'll start having like withdrawal syndromes. And the methadone, it's kind of, I think originally it's for like, I think they got like methadone clinics for addicts that are trying to get clean or whatever. And that's like a drug that helps with the withdrawals. So I don't know if like when you in sickle cell crisis, you'll go into the, be admitted, and you get tons and tons of this pain medicine, which are narcotics. And then once you do get out the hospital, like the body is just used to getting those meds. And then once you're not getting them, you can have withdrawals from it. So the methadone is just kind of helps with those withdrawal pains, so you're not kind of confusing the withdrawal pain with the sickle cell pain. So I mean, so far it's been helping. I've been on that for, it's been a few months now, and it's been helping me. I think it's like a tab you take. I take it 3 times a day, so it's like a scheduled med. I just take it like around with my the hydroxyurea and everything else I take. Also, this video I wanted to, I know it's a lot of sickle slurs. I don't know, a lot of people don't like that word sicklers, but y'all my niggas. So I know it's a lot of sicklers that watch anime, and I kind of wanted to incorporate this with the video. Akibento. I kind of want to unbox that. This is one I'm kind of excited about because it's got few animes that I like to watch, like some good ones like Bleach, Soul Eater, Black Butler. I think it has some, I think Totoro or something like that as well. It's called Spirits, so I'm pretty sure some good stuff in there. And I'm gonna unbox this. Let me get a knife and I'll open it up and we'll get to that, and I can talk to her more about sickle cell and just kind of make it a little interesting video, so it's just not just all sickle cell. We have some fun here. Here's my knife. I'm gonna stop the video while I cut this open, then I'll get it open and we'll get to it, man. Hold up.